guys, Crew of Blind Wave back. I'm Calvin.
And I'm Rick.
And we are watching Episode 7, Season 1, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, I'm ready to go.
What happened last episode, though?
Stuff. No. Let's see. Tyrion got himself out of a jam by being defended.
By Bronn.
By Bronn. Not Braun Strowman.
No.
Just Bronn.
Just Bronn.
Yep. He did a good job, though.
He did.
Fleet of foot was that man.
Yes.
Able.
Indeed.
Yeah, so...
Light on his feet, light armor. No tiring armor to wear.
A Lannister always repays his debts.
Yep.
So Tyrion's gained a follower.
He has, and he also paid off the jailer.
Yes. Love the jailer.
Jailer was good.
It was good times. So Stark, Ned Stark, has called out the head of the Lannister family.
Yes, the patriarch.
Indeed.
Tywin Lannister. We haven't met him yet, but we've had several mentions of him.
So he's got 2 weeks to get there or be called a traitor.
An enemy of the crown. And
Indeed.
Be sentenced to death.
Robert doesn't know about this.
He's on his hunting trip.
So we haven't heard about his stance on the matter.
Yeah.
It probably won't be favorable.
Probably not, especially considering that one of the big reasons why Robert Baratheon married Cersei Lannister was for her father's gold.
Right, and he's deep in debt.
He is in very deep debt.
Deep in debt, definitely. So we're going to have head of Lannisters and head of Starks head to head.
Yes, and Robert stuck in the middle.
He is.
If you're watching this on early access, we also have another tier available, which is full length. You get to watch the full reaction. You have to provide your own source footage of the episode, but you get to watch our full reaction through the whole thing. So go to Patreon if you want to check that out.
Let's see what happens.
Yes. Hand of the king.
An enemy of the crown. Poor Ned Stark.
Father and son. Tywin.
A lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of a sheep.
I love Charles Dance's performance. He just owns the scene so much.
He's a man on a mission. I hope she's paying for that.
Paying?
Man's got a business to run.
You're not fooling them. They just paid you.
Take notes.
They know what you are.
I have seen this before.
Go ahead. Ease into it.
Repetition is the first key to learning. And to other things. That was some horrible creature at first. Thought we were watching Doctor Who.
It is.
I suppose.
It's the wildling.
If your father's Lord, how can you be Lord too?
I will be Lord after my father.
So you're not Lord now?
No, you thought she was our prisoner.
Are the two mutually exclusive in your experience?
Ouch.
Man must be a pyromancer. His burns are too strong.
Burns are strong.
I'm used to worse than this.
I love Meister Lewin.
I'm used to men.
Johnny boy, it's been a
I
while.
miss girls. Not even talking to them. I never talk to them. Just looking at them. Hearing them giggle.
Oh,
I bet they giggled at him a lot.
Oh.
There's probably some more of how the thing started.
The Thing?
John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah.
Never let in the lone animal. Especially if it's being chased. That's a stone-faced lie, that is.
More time with you. Showing you how to be a man.
Wait, he's conscious.
I was never meant to be a father.
Well, you're not, so... lucky for you.
He is. He's got a bastard.
True.
I want everyone to taste the ball that got me.
Robert, my son.
Out, all of you!
It's not good. You need witnesses for your final words. More than just Ned. Write them down. Sign them with the boar's dick that you cut off.
You damned fool.
You can write. That's interesting.
Robert, the House Baratheon.
He's a High Lord.
You know how it goes.
So job prescribed.
Names and titles.
They were teaching his sons how to read and write.
Eddard.
He is really the worst king, isn't he? No way that'll work. He wrote rightful heir.
You'll do it well.
Not long, methinks.
The girl.
Gonna miss the drunk bastard.
Reshi. Sec.
Get a throne for the horse, too. Gilla did that.
Yeah, it's true.
So funny. Their queen can just walk in the streets. People just like talk to her.
And my
Yeah.
son already had.
What is this game? Some poisonous wine. Not a kind fate for him, is it?
But this food and old loves alike, according to our needs and your strengths. John to the stewards, Rancer to the builder, Echiel to the builders, Gordo to the stewards, Nico to the rangers.
Well, they'll need new rangers soon enough, I imagine.
Make no comment about his nose. Jon Snow.
Will I serve the Lord Commander's meals and fetch hot water for his bath?
Certainly. And keep a fire burning in his chambers.
I thought you were caught stealing the wheel of cheese for your starving sister.
I was going to tell a bunch of strangers that our Lord tried to grab my cock.
Could you sing me a song, Pip? I'd like to hear a song.
Sam.
I always wanted to be a ranger.
I always wanted to be a wizard. What?
There are
Oh, I'm
wizards.
serious. So you'll stay
I'm
and say your
excited
word
now.
with me. Lord Stark.
Tyrion was just an enlarged spell gone wrong.
Alone, if you will.
Tyrion was just an enlarged spell gone wrong.
He named you protector of the realm.
He did.
Protect yourself from this.
Give me an hour and I can put up.
And dragging frightened children from their beds.
Do it, Ned.
He is the rightful heir. Nothing can change that.
And he cannot take the throne without your help. You will be
Murder
wise
can
to
change
manage
that.
it, and to make sure Joffrey's
You suggest is treason.
only if we lose.
Littlefinger is my kind of man.
Make peace.
Listen to him,
with
Ned.
the
Damn it, Ned.
people who try to murder my
Don't mess
father.
this up.
make peace with our
I won't do it.
Damn it, Ned.
so it will be Stannis and war, the man who pays them.
Accurate. Damn it, Ned.
He's getting big.
Yeah, I mean, dire wolf and all that.
Yeah. Ghost.
Wait. Oh, they have to go swear to the tree. That's
Yes.
right.
A weirwood.
Like, I thought he was a butler. I must go buttle these trees. Spill your blood at the tree's roots to keep it strong. Then suckle from its fruit.
Oh.
What's he got there? It's a me ghost.
Engine's hand.
Oh, shit.
I hope he has good shoes on.
Jin adorcicate. Vina neve. Ave maisima.
Shit. She was with him for a bit. He doesn't have to run. Just walk. I mean, still
In a desert.
not pleasant.
Forced walking.
I'm saying, but
The gods give him rest.
should have listened. It's all ruined.
Last seen galloping south in some haste.
We stand behind you, Lord Stark.
Huh?
These look like Charlemagne's guards.
The gold cloaks. Basically the city watch.
So you want to open the can of worms, Calvin?
He's got might on his side.
Now or never.
May I see that letter, Sir Barristan?
Finish reading it first.
Is this meant to be your shield, Lord Stark? A piece of paper.
The Lannisters have the money.
I did warn you not to trust me.
Littlefinger's your man, huh?
You did do that. No, I mean, definitely. I want him on my side. Clearly.
Is he on your side?
That
seems like he's on his own side.
I'd find a way.
You couldn't trust a man like that,
I
even
could.
if you were under him.
If I got him the woman he wants, I could.
You think that's all he wants?
I think that's a start.
He said he wanted everything.
It could be his everything. And besides, they're not going to give him the throne anyway. A few questions.
Sure.
Posed. So the wine merchant.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I thought something fishy was going on. I thought he was in league with the other northerner.
Jorah?
Jorah
the Andal?
Yes.
The guy in the...
But apparently not.
Well, there was a bit of a thing there.
A misdirection.
Yeah, because Jorah was actually meant to let her die. The letter that he got from the Spider, meaning Lord Varys.
Sure, was his pardon.
It was his pardon by helping them kill her.
Sure. And I thought that it was going to be he fake saved her to gain her trust so he could kill her later.
No, he totally just saved her.
Yep, and that's what it
It
turned
would
out
have
to
been
be.
it would have been easy for her to die there. She didn't start distrusting him until he started pressuring the wine merchant, who he then realized was an agent.
Yeah. Okay. Sure enough. So got that one wrong. I will not admit that I got Littlefinger wrong.
You didn't necessarily get him wrong, but he just played it differently than probably what you were expecting.
Maybe it's not over yet, though.
It's not over yet.
It could be a triple cross.
A triple cross.
Yep.
Meaning that he betrays the crown to help Ned out.
It could still happen. So, Jamie's son,
Joffrey.
Joffrey's on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
His mother's wielding the power.
Yep.
At least for the moment, until he grows some balls.
Well, he wanted everybody dead right there. He was like, "Kill them! I command it." Not even has a crown on his head, and he's talking all.
Now it'll be interesting to see the play between Joffrey's mother and Joffrey's new wife, the daughter of Ned Stark. That will be interesting.
You think it's still going to go through?
I think so. Yeah. Why wouldn't it?
Well,
The Lannisters want power through marriage to the second strongest house in the land. So I see no reason not to, especially if Ned isn't around to interfere.
are they the second strongest?
Well, who else would there be? The Baratheons or...
Well, the Baratheons, I mean, that name we know now is kind of a extinct house.
Right.
I mean, there are some other smaller lords, like Lord Renly and Lord Stannis. They're both Robert's brothers, but
Sure.
with the way Queen's going, you know, she's not going to let him take it easy.
No.
We do have other houses. We heard mention of the Tyrells, which are the second richest house
That's
in the
true.
kingdoms. And Lord Renly Baratheon was riding south with Loras Tyrell.
It's true, but money gets you men.
Yeah?
The Lannisters still have the money. But there's more than just that now. We have the Dothraki
The
promising
Dothraki
to cross
horde.
the sea.
Yeah.
We have the White Walkers awaken after their century-long sleep. So claims the wildling slave.
Yeah. Slave or guest?
Why not both? Why not?
No, I
both?
like that comment by Meister Lewin.
It was really good.
Seeing as how Theon Greyjoy is a ward, basically a prisoner, and they treat him as a guest.
Definitely. So yeah, Joffrey's at the head. Now Ned's the prisoner.
Yeah.
It seems real bad for him.
Yeah.
I can't think of a
He's
way
only got a few.
out.
Yeah, he's only got a few men that are still loyal to him, and most of them were killed there.
Yeah, unless Littlefinger is triple crossing. But even at that point, he still seems doomed, and I don't think the Lannisters would be the kind to let him live. They want to. Well, I should say I don't think Tywin Lannister is the kind to let him live.
Oh. So he's going to be in control? I don't know. It seemed like Cersei was pretty. She was calling a lot of the shots.
Well, true, but that's because he's not there.
Ah, okay. So he's going to take over when he gets back, or if he gets back.
He would at least attempt to.
See, he gave Jaime half of the standing army, and he was going to ride south to get his brother back. They don't know that he's beaten.
He solved it himself.
Yeah, solved it himself with a little bit of wit and a little bit of gold.
Right. I mean, I suppose it doesn't. I mean, the only thing he's concerned about, it seems, at least on the face, is his family's name continuing.
Tywin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very.
So he has a Lannister on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
And it being in I don't know if he knows about the incest, but it being an incestual son, then there's even less people to vie for the throne.
Yeah.
So it kind of is exactly what he wants, even if it isn't what he wants.
What about the bastard?
The blacksmith?
Yeah. Technically, he has more right to the throne now than Joffrey. He's at least noble. Has king's blood.
True. That's a good point. We haven't heard of his fate. He didn't go south or anything, right?
No.
So we have
as far as we know, he's still there.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's Ned's best option then, is to escape somehow and take control of him, and
Gendry.
To take control of Gendry and to use Gendry to get the throne, or to,
to help him succeed to it.
To help Gendry succeed to the throne. It's really his only. Yeah, I guess that gives some hope to the Starks. All hope lies in the blacksmith.
So we had some other interesting things up at the wall. We had Jon take the black, swear the oath to the weirwood tree, and he's a steward.
Yep.
And he's the direct steward to Lord Commander Jeor Mormont.
Seems a safer position.
Safer than Ranger.
Yes.
Yeah. Going out on those 3-month-long raids in the dead of winter. Have to eat your horses and your friends.
His friend had a lot of good points.
Yeah.
About how, that's a better position than it seems.
Yeah. Samwell. Yeah. Yeah. Give Samwell his due. He's not a fighter, but he's a smart man.
Yes.
He sees things that other people don't. I'll say that.
It's true. He has a redeeming quality about him.
And he's funny sometimes.
Well, yes.
He's jolly. Keeps the mood up.
He does.
So we've seen the weirwood before. Not that specific tree, but weirwood in general. It's a type of tree. Mm-hmm. If you remember back in episode 1 or 2, when Catelyn was talking to Ned when he was sharpening his sword, it was under a weirwood tree.
Right.
Most of the weirwood trees have been cut down because of the war. There was a war when the Andals came from Essos to Westeros. They had a war with the First Men. So now you hear people in Essos talking about Jorah the Andal. He's a race basically that came from there, and now now they basically come from Westeros. Mm-hmm. So during that war, the Andals cut down a lot of the the trees.
Right.
So throughout the series, you'll see stumps, basically, of those trees. So that was just an interesting little fact.
Yeah, that is interesting. And yeah,
They all have those faces, and they all bleed
right.
the red sap or whatever.
I remember that from before, it being like the Norman invasion, or it seemed, right?
Yeah.
Of them coming and taking the first men out. So
Yeah. The first time we actually see Tywin, it's a neat little omen. He's actually skinning out a stag,
right,
which is
sure
the standard of the Baratheon house. Very powerful scene the first time we get to see Tywin.
It's a great scene, yeah. Because the first time I saw him, I immediately recognized him from The Last Action Hero.
Yes.
And I was like, am I going to be able to take him seriously? I can.
You can.
Yeah.
He is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
I respect him
Did a great
so
job.
much. Yeah, Charles Dance is amazing. I love him in this part because he just exudes Tywin.
Sure.
Has such power in the scene. A lot of talk about games and winning in this.
The Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones.
Sure.
Which, title.
Oh.
But it's also interesting that they see it as like you win or you die, so you have to play.
I mean,
if you want to survive.
Sure. I mean, War of the Roses, several wars definitely.
Yeah.
Have been a Game of Thrones. It's not the first time I don't think that title's been used.
Yeah.
For such an event. And yeah, that's how it is a lot of times. You want to be on the winning side.
You want to be on the winning side because everybody else is grasping for power, especially with the current monarch dying. There's going to be a power vacuum, and a lot of people who have a legitimate claim to the throne or just have enough power to where they think they can take it.
Sure.
They're going to try,
Well, even...
Always try to make your station better.
Yeah, and even like when Alexander, the King of the Scots, died without a proper heir.
Yeah.
Like even people that were so far down the line that they were never going to get it. It was between Robert and between Cornwall. That's not right. It starts with a C. Common. That's right. So it was mainly between Robert the Roose and John Common. But anyone that had any hopes of a claim came, just in case those two killed each other.
And then they had a better chance.
They had a better chance, or to just, like, somewhere down the line, their great-great-great-grandkids or whatever could say, our ancestor was at the meeting where everyone was
right
to claim the throne,
Right.
So even if they
so
had...
they could give themselves just a slightly better chance of
Sure.
someday getting the throne, maybe.
It's a lot like copyright law, where it's, if you don't fiercely defend it, then the court sees it as you not being deserving of holding it or whatever.
And it goes into abandonment,
Exactly.
basically.
It's that same kind of thing.
That's some bullshit law, by the way. Just in a little bit of dealing with Blind Wave, that's some bullshit.
You can thank Walt Disney.
That freaking Mickey Mouse. So special. I get it, but dang it.
But a bit off track.
Yeah.
So like the episode started with Ned having all of the power, and it ended with him having none of the power.
Yeah. Well,
and
he
turned that quick.
He was trying to do the honorable thing, and nobody else was playing to those rules.
Do the honorable thing. You do the honorable thing, like on your dying throne or whatever.
On your deathbed.
Your deathbed.
Well,
or like, you have to know the place to do it.
Yeah.
You have to know the place.
The time and the place.
Exactly. You can't just go honorable all the time. You never live.
Barristan Selmy does.
Does he?
Yeah, he was the first sword to the Mad King. And he was allowed to live by Robert Baratheon because he was so honorable.
Sure.
Now, the Mad King was already dead because Jaime Lannister had stabbed him in the back and killed him.
Right.
While his father, Tywin Lannister, was riding at the head of his army towards King's Landing.
Well, what was that character's name again?
Barristan Selmy?
Barristan.
Yeah, sorry, I
Selmy.
Clip it a little bit.
That sounds like Barristan Selmy.
Yeah, he's the guy with the white hair that was. He was talking to Robert and and Jamie about their first kills. He was with Robert on his hunt, and he also was the guy that Ned handed the letter to at the end there. It's like, I don't think any man here could doubt your honor.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sure. That sounds a lot like William Marshall, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was an English, considered like the greatest knight, because he served like 5 different kings or whatever.
Yeah.
And like no one in the land could question like his honor or impunity or whatever. He was
Right.
always on the side of right kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he was allowed to live and then made Kingsguard again for Robert Baratheon because
Yeah.
he was so honorable. And,
Cool.
of course, he's the greatest swordsman, even above Jamie.
Wow. All right. I hope we get to see that, but not against Ned.
We don't know.
No, I don't want to see kill Ned. Ned's an idiot, but he can learn. He's a young man.
He is a wise man, but he is foolish. He does foolish things. I mean, not necessarily foolish. He's honorable to a fault. That much you can say about him. He is so honorable. It's unquestionable, his loyalty, but he strives to be the best man possible and do the right thing constantly, and it caught him in the back.
Well, hopefully that doesn't catch him in the head.
Hopefully not. Thanks for watching, guys. We will catch you next week for episode 8. It's going to be good. Check out our Patreon. There's a button over there. And if you haven't already, subscribe to us and hit the little bell so you get notifications.
Thanks, guys.